My name is Jack Bauer, and my question is more community related. First off, I want to commend you for running for sheriff. I know a lot of people talk about and complain about things and don't do anything about it, but you're actually doing something about it and running for sheriff, so I want to commend you. My question is for you. I don't know the sheriff. I've met him a couple times, but I've never really had a conversation with him. But I do know what platform he runs on. I do know what he's established in our community. I've been a part of his skills program from the conception, and it's been very successful. I've seen the sheriff and the relationships he's established with the community leaders, with the clergy, with the businessmen and women of our county, and I've also seen him establish a personal and a working relationship with the governor and the governor's office. He's been able to obtain millions of dollars in funding to expand the jail. My question to you is, why should I not continue to support him, and what would you bring to the community if I was to vote for you?
Well, you know, when you put it that way, I quit. You know? Yeah. Trying to make a measured response here, because I'm angry. Not at you.
I hope not.
But I'm angry. I'm angry because I've done a lot of these debates. And I'm angry because I've heard the same things over and over. I've heard the political answers. I've listened to the Texas two-step. That's why I'm sitting here today. Because if I sit up here right now and tell you that everything is unicorns and rainbows, does that mean you're going to vote for me? I have a problem with the sheriff sitting here and saying that we won the lawsuits, every single one. I wrote that down. I don't know if settling out of court that he counts that, did not count that as a lawsuit. I don't know about the 1.6 to 1.8 million we lost when he terminated the contract of the pathologist. You know, I've heard the sheriff tell our employees directly that he saved the county 2.3 million. The judge said otherwise. I understand that your experience with the sheriff has been positive and good. I understand that when the sheriff tells you something, that you believe him because you know him personally.
No, I just stated I don't know him personally. I've never had a conversation with him.
So I guess
and
what
I've
I'm
never
saying
worked
is
with him.
Your experience, and I respect that.
I work with you deputies in the jail as a volunteer.
And what I would tell you is I would encourage you to talk to some of the deputies.
I have.
Okay.
I have. I actually, the deputies that I'm familiar with and the sergeants, I've asked them who they're voting for.
Yeah.
I'm not going to divulge it, but I asked them, you know, because I'm just a regular Joe. I'm just in there, you know, as a volunteer. I've got nothing to gain one way or the other. I just know what he's established. I volunteer for about 3 or 4 different organizations that he's pioneered or supported.
Sure.
And I work with those people, and I know what we're establishing and what we're accomplishing in those programs.
Sure.
That's my question is how would you continue those programs, and how would you go about establishing the relationships that he already has?
Right. And certainly, you know, getting elected sheriff, you know, nobody's ready to be elected sheriff. When I graduated from the police academy, I didn't just go out there and was ready to become a cop. I had a lot to learn. I think you look at the things that are successful and the things that work and you continue those, but I think you have to constantly reassess the things that are going on. So what I would tell you is that I'm not saying that the sheriff hasn't done anything right. I'm absolutely not saying that. What I'm saying is that there's enough that has gone on that has been wrong that it's time for fresh perspective. It's time for new ideas. It's time for a change of focus. So where your experience or belief or opinion is that he works with the employees, my experience is different. So what I would tell you is that I'm not going to become sheriff and you don't